Okay. So, how did we do? Everybody get their circles done? Did anybody get their circles done? No.
Oh, not circles, I was muraling.
You were muraling, okay.
I did work on
Oh, look at that.
I did work
That's a
on
nice circle.
I did work on early.
Did you work on her a little bit?
I did work on her.
Oh, okay. That's a nice color in that hair.
Oh, wow.
Try not to hurry.
Yeah, did good. Three circles.
I forgot all about
Red
circles.
and green. What'd you think about circles? Red, blue, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that using a complementary color would make it look shaded.
It does, doesn't it?
I learned a lot about mixing colors.
Did you?
There are hardly any pinks to buy right now. I was able to buy red, blue, dark green, yellow, and almond,
The almond.
and black. So I learned a lot about mixing colors to try to come up with flesh tones. And I mean, there would be I got one hardware store, there wasn't even any at Walmart.
That's
They
why.
said they can't get them.
So, there is a paint shortage. All right. Let me pull up a image. Okay. Excellent. All right, well, I'm not going to pull up that on my phone. If you have your phone with you, because I can't get on the computer, if you can pull up an image, it is called Madonna of the Rocks. Madonna of the Rocks. Not Madonna on the rocks, that's a drink.
And it's one of the classics by Wilson Fiction.
Music classic.
Memoir. Looks a little Van Dyke-y.
Yes. There you go.
No, it's Leonardo.
Leonardo. Okay, now, this is a image of the classic composition that they used during the Renaissance. Okay? Now, if you look at it, okay, yeah, it is a diamond. Everything inside of that is a diamond shape. Okay? Everything important is inside that diamond. And if you even look at it, everything within that diamond is pointing within itself. Okay?
To the center.
Yeah. So the mother, Mary is looking down at the baby Jesus. Okay?
Which one is was baby Jesus.
Okay, and this we know is John Baptist because of his clothes. This is John
I
Baptist.
have to say, this is an angel.
That's an angel, yep. And that's the baby Jesus because he's pointing at the baby. That's John the Baptist because he's baptizing him, blessing him.
You're pushing this.
Nope, sorry. That is the actual classical definition of that painting.
Seriously.
Seriously.
But baby Jesus was bigger than John the Baptist, and he's the oldest.
Yeah, that's the hierarchy of the actual importance of
The characters. Okay, all right. I would have made a lousy person back then. No, you're wrong, guys.
There is an actual study of art history of the actual iconography of the imagery that's in all.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's an actual, study of all of the things that are in these paintings. There's another one that's the marriage of somebody.
Is that the Van Dyke one with the mirror?
Yeah, and it's
It's a contract.
the contract of the marriage of, and I can't remember, Giovanni's.
Van Eyck. It's Van Eyck.
It's a Van Eyck of someone. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I got it.
Can you say
Just
that?
because I go there a lot. It's the betrothal of Arnolfini.
Arnolfini. Yep,
And
there's.
I studied this one a lot because I didn't know what they were talking about with the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's people in that mirror.
Yeah.
How big is this painting in real life? I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty good size.
I don't know the dimensions. You can pull up the dimensions on there.
Half the time when I do this, Jackie, I get advertisements of where I can buy prints of these things.
Yeah.
I very seldom get to the history.
The history of it. But there's apples on the shelf. There's a whisk on the bed frame that signifies the duties of the woman. The apples are eternal life, signifying the resurrection of Jesus. There's just all kinds. The
I hate to tell them, but it looks like they've already done it. She looks really pregnant. This picture.
that is, fertility of the woman. All women had that.
Really?
Yeah, that was the style of the dress.
Okay.
They emphasized the fertility of the women.
So it's not just me, that's nice to know.
Yeah. No. Having the shoes off meant that this was a sacred space. There's all kinds of things in there. And the fact that the mirror meant, and if you looked at the mirror, if you expanded it out, then you could actually see the people that is here reflected. So it's just a really cool kind of a painting type of thing. So that one is composed differently than Madonna of the Rock. Don't want to confuse that one with the drink. So composition, these things are composed differently. Composition is what we want to talk about. So, composition is how we say what we want to say, because it makes a little bit of a difference when the viewer sees things. So, if we had a white wall, and I know you've seen these before in photographs, excuse me, white wall, blue sky, I know you've seen these before, the Mediterranean shots, white wall, blue sky, and then you've got the cat, right, with the tail. Okay? So, does it make a difference if the cat is sitting here, if the cat's sitting in the middle, or the cat's sitting on one end? If the cat's sitting in the middle, yeah, forgive my cat.
I'm sorry, it looks like a dragon.
The dragon? If the dragon is sitting in the middle, does it make it not so interesting? Does it make it just as interesting?
Well, when the cat's sitting on the one side, you want to know what he's looking at.
You want to know what he's looking at. If he's in the middle,
It's like focus.
it makes it feel different, doesn't it? How about now?
It's looking the wrong way.
He's looking the wrong way. It feels different, doesn't it? It has to do with how you compose what you're doing. Okay? Now, let me introduce you to the 3/4 rule. On our piece of paper, the 3/4 rule. This is something the photographers use, and we're going to adapt it for us. As we take our paper, we're going to think, not actually draw, but think about taking our paper and dividing it into thirds. Okay? And then we take our paper and we divide it into thirds. Okay? Where we have these lines crossing, that's where we need to have something interesting. A point of interest for the viewer. Okay? So, if we had to have some flowers, then I would have maybe 3 flowers and 3 points. But not at all 4, because that would feel kind of strange. Because we as a race of humans like 3s. Okay? Maybe not at that 3, maybe that way. Okay? But that's just kind of how we as artists compose things. There is no right way, there is no wrong way. This is how you as an artist start to find your artistic voice. Okay? So, I'm going to pass out some flowers, and we are going to compose. Oh, I can see the joy in your faces already. Yes? Question? No? Just joy. I see the joy.
I took a photography class
Uh-huh.
one time, and he was talking about the third rule.
Mm-hmm.
The third rule. So when someone is looking at this side,
Mm-hmm.
then you better put the person on the to get a better picture. I mean, it's not really, everybody has different view, but usually have more space in front of the toward that.
I'm not going to be that strict. I only want you to use the points, okay? I just want you to start composing around those points, okay?
Composing means you just draw.
Yeah. I don't want you to use too many of the photographic rules of composition. I want you to be a little more freer with your artistic endeavors. Okay? Don't use too many of the photography restraints. Okay?
I just got to know that in a little video thing. So okay.
Okay? Any other questions?
Do we need to draw like lines here inside?
If you really feel the need that you need that to keep you on track, you can. But remember, these are colored pencils and your lines will start, the graphite will mix in with your colored pencil. So once you have yourself set as far as your composition, erase your lines. Okay? Passing these out. Can you show me your circle? Circle. Show me your circle.
Yeah, I just put it in here. I forgot about the shade. Crazy.
There we go. Take a look at your circle. There we go. Taking a look at your circles. Look at those circles. There we go. Got more circles? There we go. There's his circles. Can you show me what you were working on?
I worked on my old lady.
You worked on your old lady?
Yeah, and you've seen it. I think you were by a little bit ago. I worked on her a little. I've been working on murals.
There we go.
You're getting there.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I spent one whole afternoon trying to figure out who she was. Can't figure it out.
Up. Can I see your circles?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. That's a very nice circle.
thank you.
Excellent.
Okay.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to draw.
Flowers can be kind of hard sometimes.
Just make up your mind. It's easy. And just go with it. Just go with it. You may borrow anything that you find in there, you know that.
So this is, I think this is normal.
I think so too, and I was using a pink to try to get it to come out, because I couldn't get it to come out right. But I just used the darkest pink I had, but I agree with you.
Green,
I'm using this mess here.
Bring it back. I don't know. This green maybe. Okay.
Have you done anything with the bus lately?
I've been working on curtains.
Yay,
Yeah.
that's right up my field.
Yep.
he's going to. He's going to.
Yep. I actually have an old portable sewing machine that Mom gave me that she used to have. And so I've been actually sitting on the bus, actually sewing curtains. So I've been feeling pretty good about just sitting on my bus sewing curtains. It's actually been cooler on the bus than it has been in the house. And Daniel made a Google pin for Arthur, so you can actually type in Arthur Bussarelli on the Google Maps and you can actually find him.
We are trying to figure out conversion of a gas generator to propane.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has one, so nobody wants to help you, and nobody cares.
Yeah,
And that's where we're fighting.
fighting,
big time.
yeah.
He's getting very frustrated, bless his heart.
Mhm.
But it is finally starting to come together.
Come together.
Yeah, he's got I think he's finally in his mind is transferring it over to, well, Dad had a propane tractor. It would work the same way. Okay, sure, honey.
Surely it would work.
But to find the fittings and so forth that he needs, that's not possible. Because nobody wants to mess with him.
Yeah,
Well, it is possible.
yeah,
People do it all the time.
yeah. They're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, come on over here and let me show you a demonstration. So I keep telling everybody that when you work on your image to take your paper out of your pad. And I'm doing that for a reason because at a certain point in time when you start really bearing down with your pencil, I don't want you to start transferring that, real pressure to the paper underneath. Because what you can start doing is you can actually start transferring pencil marks to the paper underneath. And then what happens is when you're drawing on the next paper, you're going to start getting these pencil marks that are going to come up, and then you're going to be dealing with these pencil marks when you start coloring. So come on over a little closer, come take a look, see what I've done here. So what happens is, so I've got this, this is actually like my eraser, right? Okay. So I've pushed this back in, and what I'm doing is I'm actually just making little marks here, right? Because I want these marks because I'm going to be doing something with these marks because I have an idea. So I've got this. So I am going to be doing something like an orange with orange skin, right? That texture on an orange skin. Can you guys see the marks that are coming up that I've been making here? Can you guys see that coming up? Mm-hmm. So, okay. So let's say I have a real sharp line on a leaf. Let's see if I can find, there we go. Found a grain. Oh, that's a better grain. Let's go with that. Okay, so let's say I've got a real sharp line on a green, on a leaf that I need. So can you see the, so if I need a real sharp, can you guys see that?
The line underneath
The
there,
line, the line that I carved on the paper. Can you see that light line that I carved? So if you plan for it, you can actually, because your paper crushes. Now this is just a regular piece of drawing paper. Your Bristol board crushes even more, so those lines that you make will be even stronger. Okay? So if you plan for your texture, you can put even more texture into your paper. But the bad part is if you're not planning for it, it can be a problem. You can work it out, but you really have to really press into it to get rid of those marks underneath. Okay? Okay? So it's a way to incorporate that into your work. Okay? All right. Let's see if I can get this to where you can actually get to see that.
there's my green line. So let's see if you can actually get to see. The texture of my white skin that I put in. There we go. So, you see that? Okay. You know, you can see the line now. There you go. So, I was just editing and I realized that I had actually forgotten to put in your homework. So, your homework for next week is I want you to actually go out, take your phone. I want you to go out and actually find yourself some clover. I want you to go out, take yourself a shot of it, and get yourself a nice composition. Do a nice composition of it, because that's what the class was all about. And take a photograph for next week. Bring it in. And then we're going to pull everything that we have been working on, and we will make a masterpiece for our final class. And have fun in our final class. So, looking forward to seeing you next week, and in next classes, following classes after that. So there will be a 6-week break where there will be no classes over the summer, and then the next class will be pocket sketch, and then we will have portrait, and then a portrait 2 in right before November and December. So looking forward to seeing you, and stay safe out there, and art on.